This is Info Live TV, Headline News. I'm Daniel Ben-Nun. Israeli officials said on Monday that they are deeply concerned over an internal European Union document outlining the EU's plans for advancing an Israeli-Palestinian deal in 2009, noting that the document calls for an increased pressure on Israel to reopen Palestinian institutions in Jerusalem, including the Orient House, which formerly served as the Palestinian Authority's headquarters in the city. The document, titled the EU Action Strategy for Peace in the Middle East, The Way Forward, proposes various steps the EU should take in 2009 on both the Palestinian and the Syrian tracks, with the emphasis being on the Israeli-Palestinian peace process. It was written by the French Foreign Ministry, as France currently occupies the EU's rotating presidency. While the document is slated to be discussed next week at a meeting of the EU's foreign ministers, Israel's reportedly working hard to change the various elements of the proposal before the discussion. Nonetheless, even if the document is changed before the meeting, the proposal is liable to result in a major clash with whatever new government Israel elects in February's general elections, whether it be headed by Tzipi Livni or Benjamin Netanyahu. The bodies of 6 Israelis killed last week in the Chabad House massacre in Mumbai were flown back to Israel for burial on Monday. On the same day, the Foreign Ministry announced that the final 2 Israelis who had remained unaccounted for since the attacks took place have been located and are alive and healthy. Meanwhile, in Mumbai, dozens of people gathered at the Eliyahu synagogue in the Indian city for an emotional ceremony to honor the memory of the 6 Jews killed in the gruesome massacre. An award-winning Israeli reporter who arrived in the Gaza Strip on a boat several weeks ago said on Monday that Hamas terrorists told her to leave the territory for security reasons. The reporter, Amira Haas, who is known for her sympathetic coverage of the Palestinians, arrived in Gaza on a boat manned by pro-Palestinian activists on November the 8th. While she said that she had hoped to stay in Gaza until January, on Monday Haas left the Strip through a border crossing between Gaza and Israel. The Jerusalem District Court convicted Ahad Gulma, a senior Popular Front for the Liberation of Palestine operative, for his part in the assassination of former tourism minister Rehavam Zeevi at Jerusalem's Hyatt Hotel on October 17, 2001. Gulma, aged 40, was the head of the PLFP's military wing at the time of the assassination and was also found guilty of membership in a terror organization. The terrorist was sentenced to life imprisonment with an additional 5-year sentence, a total of 30 years overall. Bank of Israel Governor Stanley Fischer voiced his support for a pension safety net plan on Monday, but failed to side with either the Finance Ministry or the Prime Minister's office in the heated dispute over the scope of the plan. While Fischer said that the Treasury's economic stimulus package targets a specific population at a relatively low cost, he also noted that the Prime Minister's office's plan, presented last night, targets a larger group of people at a similar cost to the plan proposed by the Treasury. Thank you for watching Info Live TV, Israel's only internet television channel that broadcasts in 4 languages from Jerusalem to the world.